Lovelies! Welcome back to Create with Chidex. My name is Chidima, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how I made this realistic looking Subway 6 inches sub cake. Thank you so much to all who have supported me so far on this channel. You guys are the absolute best and I really appreciate you. And for new visitors to my channel, you are highly welcome. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe as I post new realistic cake videos every fortnight. Now, without wasting so much of your time, let's get started. For the bread, I have 2 rectangular pieces of cake which I cut using the measurements shown by the side. I had to patch some pieces of cake to make up one of them. So now I'm just carving the cake. I'm gonna carve the top bread sloping downwards and curve at 2 of the corners. After carving the cake for the top bread, I'll place it next to the cake for the bottom one and trim it down so that both cakes can be the same size. I also rounded off 2 of the bottom edges of the second piece of cake before covering both pieces of cake in buttercream. Because the Subway 6-inch sub is usually made with a foot-long bread cut in half, I will cover all parts of the cake except the narrow flat side with buttercream. So the curved sides will be covered with buttercream, but the sides opposite the curved sides will be left bare. I'm going to smoothen the cake pieces with my flexi smoother. Then I'll cover each one with modeling chocolate, starting with the bottom bread. As I did with the buttercream, I'll cover all the sides of the cake, including the top and 3 sides, leaving the flat narrow side bare. Using a knife, I tucked the modeling chocolate underneath the cake and trimmed off the excess. I'll use the same knife to roughen up the top end of the modeling chocolate at the narrow flat uncovered side. To cover the cake for the top bread, I'll first of all squeeze a piece of parchment paper that I folded into 2 and use it to roll out my modeling chocolate. I did it this way so that I can create the creased texture that you normally see on the top of bread. After rolling out the modeling chocolate, I'll flip the parchment paper bottom up, cut off the excess parchment paper that was originally at the bottom. Then I'll lift the modeling chocolate up with the parchment paper and drape it over the cake to cover it. After molding the modeling chocolate onto the cake, I'll take the parchment paper off and trim off the excess modeling chocolate, tucking it underneath the cake as I go round. Just like I did with the cake for the bottom bread, I'll leave the flat side opposite the curved side of the bread bare. Now, using my knife, I'll clean up the bottom edges of the cake a bit more. For the meatballs, I've got 4 irregularly shaped balls of brown modeling chocolate, which I'm going to texturize with crumpled foil paper to give them the meatball texture. When I'm done transferring the crumpled foil pattern to the modeling chocolate balls, I'll put them in the fridge until I'm ready to use them. Now, to paint my cakes the color of bread, I mixed some edible orange gel color and edible brown gel color with some vodka, then dabbed on the paint with a fluffy brush. I also used the paper towel to dab off excess paint at intervals. I'm also going to paint the cake for the bottom bread as well, using the same colors. To give the uncovered edges of both cakes a toasted bread look, I'll use a pointed brush to paint them a darker shade of brown. Now to make my tomato sauce, I crumbled up some leftover pieces of cake, then added some strawberry jam to it, mixed it in. Then I put in some golden syrup as well. To give the sauce the orange color of tomato sauce, I added in some edible red gel color and some yellow gel color as well. And when the sauce had the rich orange color of tomato sauce, I set it aside. For the cheese triangles, I rolled out a piece of modeling chocolate very thin. Then I cut out a 3.5 inches square. Before cutting the square into 2 triangles. Now here comes the fun part. I'm going to assemble this cake on the Subway paper that I designed and printed on edible wafer paper. I'll start with the bottom part of the bread and I'll put in my tomato sauce. And then the meatballs. I'll smear some of the tomato sauce on the meatballs. Next, I'll use my blowtorch to lightly burn my modeling chocolate cheese triangles. Then I'll place them on top of the meatballs. Then I put some more tomato sauce on the cheese triangles, only at the edge. This is going to help the top bread to stick better. And finally, I placed the top bread on top of everything. And there you go. Our Subway meatball sandwich cake is done. And now I'm going to cut the cake.
Thank you so much guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.